now. At the same time, I know you're feeling terrible for Zach Hyman, which is tough, but probably really happy for Mattias Ekholm. Can you just kind of discuss all of those things at once?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of nailed it. Obviously, it's extremely disappointing to lose Hy. Devastated for him, obviously. He's a guy that wants to be out there, wants to make a difference. So we'll miss him a lot, but obviously great to see Eki come back. He's put in a lot of hard work to get to this point. Credit to him, credit to the training staff for getting him back.
Right side, left side, second row, or first row, Derek.
Hey, Corey. Just in the same vein with Zach, I guess, what did you see out of him during this playoff run, and what are you going to miss, and how are you going to kind of fill that void with him not around anymore?
Well, you see his physical presence has been, very noticeable. But like I said the other night, he's a dog on a bone on the puck, and he hunts pucks. He gets in on the forecheck and protects the puck, and there's things he does in the lineup that he can't be replaced. But certainly guys can come in and help fill that void.
Left side, second row, Mark.
Corey, you've been around a long time. A guy like Jeff Skinner comes here, and the year hasn't gone the way everybody thought it was going to go. But he's been a pro, and he's hung on, and he's done all the right things, and he's rewarded tonight. He comes in, he's playing in a huge playoff game. Can you just, is this a picture of a guy that handled a tough year the right way?
Yeah, he's been nothing but a pro. He's come to the rink every single day. He's put in the work. He's smiling. He's laughing in the dressing room, and having fun with the guys. And it's an exciting time. Exciting for him to come in and and play the way we know he can play and what he's shown throughout the season. So it'll be a great opportunity.
Left side, front row, Bob.
Connor, the guy next to you is doing stuff, matching stuff at a later extended age in his career, like Jean Beliveau. I think Speck was the only guy to actually see Jean Beliveau play in his prime, but I digress. Just a thought on how competitive and how productive Corey has been for you guys during the course of this season.
He's been great. A lot's made about how old he is, but he's still playing like he's in his prime. He's producing, scoring big goals, getting under their skin, getting on the forecheck, doing all the things that we need at this time of year. So, been really impressive to see.
Left side, third row, Mark.
Connor, I'm sure you wouldn't complain about it, but you've played an incredible amount of hockey the last couple of years here. What is the physical effect of that, and are you able to just block that out when you're on a run like this?
I feel great. It's a blessing to play this much hockey over the last couple of years. I feel very grateful to have played so much and still continuing to play this time of year.
Left side, fourth row, Dan.
Connor, there's a lot of lineup changes tonight, and a lot of those are by necessity. But how do you kind of make sure those players are integrated at a very key time in the series and not lose a beat?
Those players that are coming in, you guys may not have seen them or the fans may not have seen them, but they're around. They're part of it, just like anybody else. So it doesn't feel all that different, in my opinion. They're veteran guys. They're guys that are going to step in and are going to play great. I expect nothing less. So I don't think it's too big of a deal.
Right side, second row, Robert.
Corey, when the power play is going as well for you all as it has been in this series, is there a feeling that you could score, that pretty much anyone on the ice could score, as opposed to looking for just one or two set plays? Yeah, we talk about it all the time. We're trying to get an edge on what they're doing and what we can do differently. And when we're crisp and moving the puck well and being dynamic, I think that's when our power play is at its best.
We'll take a couple more. Left side, standing in the back, Jack.
Connor, in your time here, you've never allowed an opponent to extend a series. In your experience, what's been the key in closing out good teams in highly competitive series at this time of year?
I think just being excited about the opportunity. I know that's cliche, but it's exciting when you're in this position to put a team out. I know we're excited about it today. These are games that we get up for, and we will tonight.
Last one, left side, fourth row, Tony.
Morning, Connor. You talked about Mattias Ekholm, but I want to quickly backtrack to a comment that Troy Stecher made a couple of days ago. I'm not sure if you saw that, but he said, if Ekholm is ready and I have to come out, he's just simply the better player. That's the reality of it. Can you maybe talk about Troy Stecher and those comments, and also the overall buy-in right now when it comes to winning in that dressing room?
Well, I think that, his words there, I think everybody resonates with that, anything to win. And Stetch has been great, not deserving at all to come out of the lineup. But that's the reality when you got good players all over. Incredible teammate. Disappointing for him, obviously. But when you get a guy like Ekholm back, it is what it is. So, yeah.
If I get through that, it feels really good.
Do you have a conversation? Sorry, real quick. Is it a daily conversation you have with Chris to negotiate your situation?
I think it's mostly been a conversation with our doctors, trying to. Obviously, I came back twice and kind of re-aggravated it about 2 months ago, and just making sure that I'm in a good spot where I can not just play, but also withstand some blows, and that's what playoffs is all about. You're going to get hit, you're going to get knocked down, and just be able to know that I am strong enough to be in a position where I can not only play but just defend myself as well.
When Miro came back for Dallas, he only played 14 minutes in the first game, then they worked him up to now his usual 24. Would there be any limitations for you ice time wise if you came back tonight?
I guess it's a feel-out process, but you'll have to ask the coaches about that. We haven't talked much about it. I know we're going with 6 D if I'm playing, so that gives you an idea of it. But I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I can play. Then obviously I haven't played in a while, so it'll be a bit of an adjustment. But I feel great, and I don't think I'm playing 26 minutes, but I do think I'm ready to play somewhat of a normal role.
You come back at a time here where the team is in a really good position, but you've just lost Zach Hyman as well, which is a huge void in this locker room, huge void on the ice. Maybe just a thought on where this team sits right now and the loss. But again, you're a big addition too.
Yeah, it's devastating. Kind of a surreal moment when I personally know I'm close to getting back, and then you see Zach and he's most likely done. Like, I'm just feeling for him personally. What a playoffs he had too, and just contributing in a great way, and played his ass off. It's been great to watch him, and we're going to miss him for sure. But it's just that next man up in the playoffs. You're going to have guys that go down with injuries. That's just, I don't think any team has a 100% healthy lineup. That really shocked me. So it's part of the game. It's up to us, others in the room, to fill that void and hopefully keep the train moving in the right direction.
Because when players come back, usually they say we want to keep it simple, do those simple things, but you play on a defensive core that likes to keep the puck, likes to move the puck, likes to play the puck a lot. How do you kind of balance that, trying to keep it simple and still kind of fit in with this philosophy of your defensive core?
Yeah, I think that I'm just going to go out and play my game. If I go out there and try to play somewhat safe or whatnot, it's not going to suit us very well anyway. So I'm just going to go out. Obviously, first couple shifts, probably try to make the simple play. But other than that, I'm looking to play my game. That's how I've been successful in this league. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be probably a little bit harder than normal, knowing that I haven't played in a while. But at the same time, just go out and do my thing, and hopefully that will help the team to success.
Mattias, being the competitor you are, how would you describe the weeks it took leading up to this day where you can come back into the lineup, and how hard was it not to be out there with your group?
Yeah, it's been a journey for sure. It's not fun, especially playoff times. First time I'm dealing with anything like this, so. For some reason, from day one since I got hurt, I've had a feeling where the team's going to do their part. It was up to me to find ways to get healthy as quick as possible, and I think I've done everything in my power. I think the organization's been unbelievable help. It almost feels like if there's a guy or girl on this planet that could help this move forward, we've been in touch with them, and it just goes out to the whole organization how well they take care of us. And these last couple of weeks been a lot of anxious moments, obviously watching the games, but just feel like it's been a pretty steady progress up until this point. So really happy where it's at. And I mean, if you look at the initial prognosis, I shouldn't be here. So it's a bonus that I am, and I'm happy to be here.
Any secret remedies? Anything different that you did? Any crazy witchcraft or anything? Like, how did this happen?
Well, probably shouldn't share that. I mean, other teams will do the same, right? So, no, it's nothing crazy, but just the little details here and there. And training staff has made sure that we were able to speed it up a little bit, which has obviously been helpful in a bit of a time crunch with the season here. So,
the D-Corps just stepped up in your absence. The guys playing elevated minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. You look at the guys that have filled in and maybe not gone from playing a ton to play big minutes. You look at the top four, they've been unbelievable, but you got to look at Stetcher, you look at Klingberg. Like, these guys have really stepped up and elevated their game, and without them I don't think we would be standing here today. So I think they've played really well. They've given our goaltender a chance to win games for us and ultimately help our team win. So it's been great to watch.
Sorry, one more question there, Mattias. You just talked about Troy Stetcher. Did you happen to see his comments about you when he was asked about the potential of him having to come out for you and him talking about how good of a player you are, and he just says that's the reality of it? What does that kind of say about a guy like you?
Yeah, I saw it, and I went right up to him the next day, just told him I really respect him as a guy, and it takes a human being to say something like that too. So it just tells you everything you need to know about Troy Stetcher, what a teammate he is, and what a guy he is, how he conducts himself every day. I'm just a big fan of him. Can't say much more than that. It's truly special to be part of a group and guys like that.
Kind of how you're feeling, the excitement level. It was not as long as the last time you had to wait to play a playoff game, but it's been a bit here.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, excited to get going. Obviously, you guys have been battling hard for a while now, and nice to get in there and try and contribute.
What's the daily sort of routine and grind been like as you're waiting here with the other guys? We've watched you guys, you've been skating lots. It seems like you've been keeping it light.
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Obviously, the guys are playing and they're the priority, I think, and then guys that are extras trying to stay ready, and we got the strength coach, we got the skating coach. All those guys are the trainers, kind of staying late. All those guys are trying to keep us ready, keep us in a good mindset, be ready to go in when we get the chance. And I think that's basically what we've been doing.
It's not easy to be parachuted in. What do you have to do to be effective tonight?
Maybe just keep it simple. Like I said, the guys have been playing really well, battling really hard, I think, and I just try and come in, read off those guys, and try and keep it simple and try and contribute.
I'm sure you would have wanted to play more, but does this kind of show how good this team is and how much depth you really have?
I hope so. Otherwise, then the other option for that's not good for me. But I mean, again, guys have been playing really well, battling hard, and they got a good thing going. I'm trying to come in and help them out.
You were playing your best hockey towards the end of the season. Did you feel that way? It looked that way. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I felt personally I was playing pretty well. I thought we were playing well as a team as well. So, I mean, that's what you want. That's what you need. You need guys coming into playoffs. And obviously, I think after those first two games, we kind of hit a bit of a good rhythm there. And guys were playing great. And, here we are now.
Between Hyman out, Ekholm in, they're both big presences. Maybe just discuss, not having Zach tonight, but Mattias being there.
Obviously, we're going to miss Zach, not only for his goal scoring, but his physicality, his defensive play. We've relied on him in the penalty kill throughout the playoffs, something that he hasn't done pretty much at all since I've been here. And so, Zach's not going to be replaced, but hopefully everyone can step up a little bit. A few more hits from everyone else throughout the lineup, and then the offensive play, somebody's going to come up with hopefully an important goal. So, there's no replacing Zach Hyman. And as for Ekholm, here's a guy that's been playing big minutes for us since pretty much he's came to Edmonton. playing a shutdown role, penalty kill role, some power play, whatever it is. And for him to come back and feeling great, it's a great addition to our team.
Left side, front row, Derek.
Yeah, I just want to ask about, did you consider maybe 11 and 7 just to give Mattias some time to get acquainted, or did you just, you know that he's ready to go and just go with the sixth defenseman today?
We know he's ready to go, and we also know that we've got lots of left-handed defensemen that can play big minutes. Darnell Nurse, Kulak, Wallman. There's 3 guys, and then you've got Eki on top of that. So there's 4 left-handed defensemen. So I don't think there's any threat of his minutes getting over what they should be. So he's healthy, and we don't have to worry about that.
Right side, second row, Robert.
Chris, when you have a defensive group that's been playing as well as this one has, only given up, 2 goals in 3 games now, what are those conversations like about changing that group up, even when Mattias is ready? That must be hard to make a decision when they're going as well as they are.
It is hard. Now, that being said, we've also, we're getting some big saves from our goaltender, and that's part of the reason why our goals against is down. But those 6 are playing really well. There's a good rhythm. There's good flow. Pairs are working very well together. But anytime you have an opportunity to add a significant player to your lineup, somebody that's been one of your best players for a long period of time, when he's healthy, when he's ready, it's pretty tough to keep a player like that out. So, it's unfortunate. The 6 have been playing really well, but we have the opportunity to add Ekholm. We feel that's the right thing to do.
Left side, third row, Sean.
Chris, I asked this because you have to make some power play adjustments tonight, but with Glenn Golitzin as your assistant, he came in, he's been here for a while, we talk about him a lot running the power play, but what has he kind of meant to you as a head coach, as a staff, having been here, as a guy with some of his experience? Just I'm kind of curious about that relationship, and obviously I'm thinking about it tonight where you guys will be thinking about changing the power play because of Zach's injury, but in general, what's Glenn meant to you?
Glenn is an incredible coach. Glenn has done, first of all, he runs the power play, and obviously anytime you have the power play with Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid on it, you expect a good power play. But, when he got here, it was the last place power play, and those 2 were on the power play. So, yes, the expectations, it should be good, but I think with the things that he's implemented and gives them a good guidelines, good structure for the power play to work, and knows when there's times to give him more information, not information, doesn't overcoach it. I think he's got a really good grasp on that, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that because often you think about the players that we have, and there's just an expectation that we'd have a great power play, but just it wasn't always a great power play before he got here. So there's a lot of credit that should be given to him. And as for me, I rely on him quite a bit on my decision making, and no more than last year, especially when I got here and everything was new to me. And the experience that he's had as a head coach, I've been able to get a lot of feedback from him. Tell him this is what I'm thinking, and that's a good idea, or it's not a good idea, whatever it is. But it's nice to have somebody in that position to help me along the way.
Couple more, left side, fourth row, Dan.
Chris, after you inserted Troy Stetcher into the lineup, you ran pretty much 3 set defense pairings. Do you want to keep the 3 pairs kind of going again with Mattias coming back, or with the 4 lefties, or do you anticipate a little bit of shuffling around?
Well, there'll be some shuffling around. There always is after the power play, after our penalty kill. Definitely those are times that they get shuffled around. Guys are comfortable playing with each other. Kulak has been playing a lot on the left side throughout the playoffs, but he has played on the right side. So I don't think we need to, there'll be a little bit of shuffling, but I think also when the pairs are together as much as possible, that helps them also.
Last one, right side, back row. Josh.
Chris, what do you need to see from Jeff Skinner tonight? Obviously, he hasn't played a lot. I mean, he's a skilled guy coming into a physical series. And just a word on how he's maybe handled a season that didn't really maybe go the way he envisioned it.
Jeff is an outstanding professional. What you want from a player, he has brought it. outstanding attitude. You can see that practices, always smiling, having fun, engaging with his teammates. Coaches ask him to do something, whether it's a skate after, coming in the lineup, play a certain role. He's been able to do that and adapting. And as for, it's unfortunate he's played only one game throughout the playoffs, and probably a little unfair for him. And the last couple of months, I think he's been playing really well and contributing. Just with going into the playoffs, we added Trent Frederick, Evander Kane to our lineup, and then a lot of other guys coming back from injuries. It just pushed him out, and other guys that, he was probably very close to, could have been in those lineups. We chose other guys just because of whether a line was playing well together or whatever it was. But, for Jeff coming in tonight, here's a guy that can, score a big goal. Hopefully that's the case. But he's also good at moving the puck, and, you don't have to worry about him defensively because he has a lot of experience. He knows his position, and he's just a good all-around smart hockey player.